Hello, hi, I'm Dee, and the topic that I will be doing my research project and paper over is why it took so long for women to actually be allowed on stage. Like through history, like from Medea to Macbeth, and all the way up to the play that I'll be doing, The Duchess of Malfi, we've seen these women in these high positions, but they're played by men and not by women. And I just feel like it could have been a very simple like fix of just allowing a woman to be on stage, but through society feeling that's not a position that a woman should hold and a woman shouldn't be seen on stage, and because it was considered lying, and it devalued their worth. I just want to research this topic, and the play, like I said, that I'll be doing is The Duchess of Malfi, which was produced by John Webster in 1612 and 1613, and the first woman was like officially allowed on stage in 1660. And this play, even in the title, The Duchess, is insinuating a female lead character, but it would have been played by a man. And throughout this play, the Duchess, her husband dies, leaving her widowed with two sons, and she's in this position of power where, like, she's ruling as a woman, which is kind of like similar to Queen Elizabeth in that time. And it's showing her brothers trying to gain the power from her, and they say that they figure out that she's not allowed to get married unless they consent on the guys, and they're not going to consent to the guys anyway because they want that position, because they feel like they are in a way entitled to it as men. So throughout the play she ends up finding a lover in one of her someone who's lesser than his name is Antonio, and they end up leaving the city and trying to go to hide from her brothers, and they continually pursue her and causing her life to be left pretty much in ruin by the end of the play. And I feel like that's a good like example for me to try to connect the dots from oppression of women in theater to like oppression of women in plays, and as well as throughout society. Because before this, some women were allowed to be on stage. I mean, they were in like troops that would perform like around the cities, and some of them would be seen. But Puritans of the time, they really put a strict, when they gained control, they really put a strict like stop to that, and they actually made a decree about how they felt that it was not right for a woman to be seen on stage. And it did not take. I mean, it took until Charles II and the Restoration period for the allowing of women to be on stage actually started to happen. But this is another point that I want to come to, because even when women are on this stage, they're also seen as being as wanting to be these whores in a way. Like, I mean, not like whores, but like how Nell Gwynn was supposed to like just be seen, and you could walk by changing rooms and just see these women, and you would think that these women would just be having sex. Well, they were having sex to gain power, but that's what their role was. It's kind of a demeaning way to gain status. And I feel like that, I mean, that is a form of oppression. Like, these women are overly sexualized in the community and by these public officials in these public places, and it's just like why is that the case? That's really what I'm trying to research and delve into, and like, because I feel like if women being on stage and was such a big deal and such like a no thing, why were we still creating these characters that were for women? Because like, if it's just if it's just a man's world, if it's just that, then why not just have all male characters on stage? Like, if it's such a bad thing. And I'm saying obviously that there must have been some need for a feminine quality to be on stage, or something like that. So it just seems like it would have been a simple fix to just have a woman on stage, but I guess not. And it took until 1660, Thomas Jordan, he actually did a revival of one of Shakespeare's plays, Othello, and that's what pretty much got the ball rolling with this. And that's pretty much all I want to research about my topic, the Duchess of Malfi. And thank you. And Depression of Women, why it took so long for them to be on stage. Thank you.